Did Subway, the sandwich maker, keep a secret from Jared Fogle's wife? The former pitchman's now ex-wife is suing the restaurant chain. She says Subway executives knew about child sex accusations against Fogle long before she married him, but they covered them up.
Finding out that your husband and the father of your children is a child predator, and knowing that his job involves him visiting schools on a regular basis is devastating. Finding out that Subway did not act upon at least one complaint, while continuing to utilize Jared as their spokesperson and facilitate his visits to those hundreds of schools is beyond comprehension.
Katie McLaughlin divorced Fogle after he pleaded guilty to child pornography charges. No word on how much he's suing for. Subway, for its part, says it cannot comment on pending litigation. Legal analyst AnneElise Goetz joins me. I guess we have to look at the chances this case has. Is the onus on the ex-wife here to prove that she was unaware, that she did not know?
The onus is on her in many different aspects. So yes, she has to say that she didn't know, because that ties to the causation. What she's alleging is she never would have married him if she would have known that he had this propensity towards children, the sexual assault.
What woman would?
What woman would. But that's a pretty big stretch. If you knew this thing about your husband, you wouldn't have married them, you wouldn't have had these kids. It's a hard causation to make. But before you even hit that point, we have to look at, does the company have a duty to tell a spouse when their employee is doing something that would impact their marriage?
Do they?
No.
In no way, shape, or form.
No.
In no state, there's no law in the country that says.
No, there's nothing that does that. What she is kind of hanging her case on here is that in certain states, if you are aware that a child is being molested, a child is being sexually assaulted, then you have a duty to come forward in certain states. So she is saying, in those states, if those states apply, then you should have come forward. If you would have come forward, then I would have found out that my husband was a squeeze,
so it's going
it's
going a long way around.
Yes.
Because
but that's for the victim. That's for the victim. It's not for the wife. I mean, of course, we all feel badly for this woman, what she's been through. And her story is going to resonate probably with the jury. But she's not, you know, the person at fault here isn't Subway. The person at fault is her ex-husband, Jared.
Yeah. So does she have a leg to stand on?
I don't think she does. But what's interesting about this case is it's going to be kind of the forefront for the victims' case, the true victims, the children, because she's going in there and she's investigating. When you hear the press conference, she says, well, you know, I want more answers. She's going to go in there and dig and search, and what she discovers, the next plaintiffs can use, and they may have a case. The kids may have a case.
And do we know, have those been filed yet?
I'm not aware of any been filed, but they'll be coming. Those are coming.
Do you think this ends in a settlement, or do you think
I hope not, because this is the kind of litigation that gives litigation a bad name, that gives plaintiffs' attorneys a bad name, because I don't think it has a real leg to stand on, and I hope Subway doesn't settle, because I don't think they're at fault for this piece of it.
Interesting. AnneElise Goetz, she got right to the heart of it. Thanks so much for joining us. We
Thanks
appreciate
for having me.